So it's negative, I don't know, 2-3 degrees last time I checked. And with the wind chill, it's at like negative 20. We got, I mean, there's spots out there that are 3-foot snow drifts. You can check out that beautiful view to the house. And guess what happened today? Candy Cane decided to have her calf. She's in here. Luckily Candy Cane decided to have it during the day when I was up and could keep checking on her. She did a real good job. She had it right away. Nothing went wrong there. But because it's so cold out there, we brought her in here to dry out. And that, there's just no way I'm gonna shove her back out there for the night either. So we're gonna keep her in here. I've brought her out there to nurse. So she has nursed. And we're gonna go ahead and milk Candy Cane. That should be fun and interesting. It's the first time she'll ever been milked, so we'll see how she does there. And then we're gonna take that milk and probably tube feed this calf, because the trouble is, even though tube feeding can be somewhat disturbing to watch, the calf doesn't then bond to me. You feed that calf a bottle, it'll start bonding to you in that bottle. And I want it to stay bonded to Candy Cane because I want Candy Cane to raise this calf. We just got to keep it in here to keep it safe for right now. So right now I'm milking the other cows, and we'll milk Candy Cane last because she's going to have that thick colostrum milk. But it's a little heifer calf, which is cool. I'm excited about that. She can join the herd one day. And she's a tiny little bugger, but I was all worried about Candy Cane even having a calf anytime soon, and she pulled it through those last couple days. So I'm gonna go out there, finish milking the rest of the cows, and I'll bring you guys back when I get Candy Cane. Come on, Muffin. Good girl. Good girl. Well, that was really good for her second time being in this stanchion. I'm going to go ahead and get her calf. It's already nursed not that long ago, so I'm not too concerned about that. But I'll try to let it nurse. And then put it in front of her to help her release her milk. I was just looking, I probably should put some hay down for it, for a nice bed. She was just in there standing, so. Look, Candy Cane. Yeah. That's your baby. Yeah. That's your baby. I'm just trying to help stabilize her. Trying to help her find the teat, but ultimately, obviously, you want her to find it on her own. The teats are so swollen, it's hard for her to get milk out of them, I'm sure. She doesn't stick on one for too long. Now keep in mind, when I have calves born in the summer, I never have to do any of this. They're literally born out in the pasture. Most of the time at night. I never see it happen. I never see him nurse for the first time. Nothing. So this isn't necessarily normal for me. I had one, Muffin's calf was born April 1st in the snow, or it wasn't snowing, but it was raining. Born out in the rain. It was pretty cold. I don't remember. Maybe 40 degrees or something like that. And that calf had troubles. And I had to baby that calf for a while, but then it took right off. It's just out in the cold. These things aren't made for this. There's some pretty good there. Candy Cane's been a great mom though. She gave birth like a champ. We had that. We actually was able to catch the birth on camera, and it's on our Instagram stories. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, you should. We post a lot of the day-to-day stuff on there in real time, so to speak. And you'll see a lot more Liddy, which who doesn't want to? Yeah, I'm real happy about Candy Cane so far. We'll see what her production is, but I'm never after high production. Ugh. Are you done? You done for now? This is a tiny calf. I mean, jerseys are usually small, but this thing's pretty small. There you go. Check her out for a while. All your hard work. I know. There. Man, these teats, I was nervous at first. Squeezing them, nothing was coming out. But they were just plugged. Which, yeah, naturally they're gonna be plugged. She's never even had a calf before, so. But it was crazy how plugged they were. She just squirting them now. Hey. So now the fun part begins. This is all new to her. Never been done. you get to see how she likes it. My last heifer, Muffin, she took quite a bit putting that milker on before she was okay with it. One teat on, 2 teats on. Easy. 2 teats off. Go this way. Easy. You're okay. You're okay, Candy Cane. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. You're okay. Hey. Good girl. Good girl. Look at your calf, Bill. She'll be alright. Milk's flowing. Even some of the best cows, it takes a while before you can trust them. All 3 of my cows now, I can trust. I put the milker on. So like I'll carry the milker and the soapy water out here. I'll get the milker on Nellie. And then I'll go back to the house while Nellie's being milked and get the jars and the strainers. And then like Sadie's being milked, I go do other stuff. I'll usually push hay up to the cows or whatever. And a lot of times we bring jars of milk to the shed while Sadie's being milked. So them 3 are trained professionals. I trust them. They never kick the milker off, which is nice. I mean, that's the beauty of using a bucket milker. Yes, it takes us an hour to wash this thing inside the house. It's a chore. It's not that much fun. But it saves me time out here because, for one, it's quicker. I mean, you're not going to hand milk a cow out in 5 minutes. And this is going to milk most cows out in 5 minutes. You know, you're going to be at more like a half an hour. And I'm sure there's people that disagree with that and can do it faster. But it all depends on the cow. But my point is, either way, with those 3 cows, once they're trained, you can literally put the milker on and go do other things. So it saves me a lot of time. If I was hand milking, well then I'd have to make 2 trips right away to the barn before I even milk one cow. So that hour that it takes to wash this saves us a lot of time. Plus the milk's a lot cleaner. You don't have to worry as much what's on the rest of the udder, what's on the rest of the cow, because it's not going to get in your milk. Where if you have an open bucket underneath the cow that you're hand milking into, any hair, dirt, poop, anything's going to fall in that bucket. Yeah, it gets strained out, but it's sitting in that bucket until you strain it. I cannot believe how good she's milking. This is a dream here. Just a dream boat. Still some milk coming. We can lower this down, which will pull on the udder. And that's the beauty of the Surge bucket milker. And that's really what they advertise, is the fact that this is pulling on the teat. Not in a, that sounds bad, but it's not. It's just that downward force, which is the same that a calf would do. That pressure helps release all the milk. That's why this has multiple notches on here. So you can ratchet this thing back, which puts more pressure onto the teeth. Like Sadie, it took me a while to figure her out. For a long time, I've been letting her milk out it would take her 10, 15 minutes. But now, if I get that belt right and ratchet this all the way back, and put pressure on that back teat, I'd get her milked out in, I don't know, 6, 8 minutes, where before it would literally take 15 or so. And then at the end even, I'll pull down on the teat cup on her, and that'll help a lot. She doesn't have much coming out anymore. We're gonna milk her again in the morning just to make sure we get it going good. Her bag is swelled right up, so it's hard to get that first milk out. Well, she did really good as far as letting me milk her, but we didn't get much milk out of her. They're usually so. A lot of times they're so nervous they don't really let their milk down very good this first time. So there's a shot you can give her, oxytocin I believe it is, that lets her relax and lets her release her milk. But you really don't want to use it because they'll get hooked on it. They won't be able to release their milk without it. So that's kind of last resort. We'll try milking her in the morning, see what we can get, and go from there.